Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Whitney again. So today I'm just gonna be totally honest. I woke up and I didn't want to do a video at all. I just was in my own head and didn't feel like getting into anything and just really wanted to just stay to myself. Another rainy, crappy California day out there, so I guess the weather is just wearing on me or something. But on my boyfriend's lunch break, he actually brought me this, which is so ironic because I actually walked past this in Macy's the last time I was there and was going to buy it and didn't have the money and was like, okay, I'll just get it next time. So this is super pretty, and this really, it just totally made my day. It's the little things that always matter to me. So this changed everything for me, so I decided I would go ahead and do a video. So I'm gonna be using mostly new products today. I have the new Stila foundation that they came out with, and I have the primer that goes with it. Also their little spray setting powder, which is pretty interesting, so we'll get into that. And then I have the new Buxom primer infused blush, so we'll try that. And I've also have never used, which is weird to say that I've never used it because everyone has used this before, but I've never used the Morphe setting spray. So I'll be trying that out today too, along with this brand new palette. So today might be a little fun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into things and just start unboxing. This one right here is our primer. So this one is the Lingerie Soufflé Sheer Illumination Primer. It says to apply with the fingers or with the Stila brush number 33. I don't know what the Stila brush number 33 looks like. I think I'm just going to use my Cover FX liquid foundation brush. I think that one should go on pretty well because it says sheer to medium coverage. It's not a full coverage, so I feel like I don't need to be buffing it into the skin. Just something that's going to lay it on nice and even. So I think this will do the job pretty well. Hopefully it's pretty close to the Stila number 33 brush. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. Go ahead and unbox it. Oh, and look at how pretty it is. Look at that. Like, how do you not fall in love with packaging like that? Just diamond shaped, and it's gorgeous. So it's pink. It doesn't really have a smell, so that's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab some of this with my fingers and just apply some of this to the skin. I'm just gonna start with a little bit. So this is supposed to be an illuminating primer. Obviously it is called Sheer Illumination. So they also had another one which was sun-kissed. It was like a bronzing primer, but I was just a little iffy about that. Didn't really know how that was going to go on the skin because the tester in the store, it was actually brown, like brown bronzer, brown. And I don't know how I feel about putting that all over my face before I do any kind of foundation. So I just skipped on that and did the illuminating one, and we'll just see how that one goes. So we'll just go from there. So we've got our primer on, and now I'm going to go ahead and unbox the foundation, and I have it in the shade 1. So this is the foundation. It looks exactly like the primer, and it is in the shade 1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, peel off the label in this. So it is literally like a souffle in here. Like, I mean, if you've ever ate like souffle pudding, this is it right here. I mean, it literally looks like a pudding. Doesn't have a smell. Once again, that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in here and just grab a little bit to start with. Oh, it's like a mousse. Oh, interesting. So my brush doesn't really want to pick it up. If you can see that, it's just kind of pushing the product down in there. Well, I've got a little bit. Let's see how far I get with that. So it feels really good going on, actually. There's really not a lot of coverage there. Let me grab a little bit more. Okay, let's try that. That should be something. but it does feel really good going on the skin. Like, it just feels really soft and smooth, and I was gonna say like butter, but more like a souffle, I guess. It just really spreads around. So I feel like the color is a little off, but this was the lightest shade that they had, and they were actually out of it in store when I went to go pick it up, so I just ordered all of it online. Not too bad. Not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, it's definitely a buildable coverage, but it got there. It got the job done. It's, I mean, it's not a full coverage, but it's not described as a full coverage, so this could be a win for a lot of people, I feel like. It feels really light and smooth on the skin, really soft. It does have a, I think it was a $39 price tag, which is a little pricey, but it's beautiful to just, if you want to set it like on your vanity, just as a piece, just to have out. You could totally do that just because it's so beautiful, and it does feel really soft and smooth. I don't want to give a final judgment on it because I want to know how it wears and how it's going to look in the end, but so far so good. So far I'm really liking this because it just feels so light on the skin, and I really like that. Like, I don't like feeling like I have a pound of makeup on. That's not a win for me ever. Okay, so moving on from that, I'm just going to go in with the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 150. Still trying this out. So far, so good. I figured this one will probably be perfect for today since our foundation is a little bit of a lighter coverage, then our concealer should fit the bill as well. Which, don't get me wrong, this is a pretty good coverage concealer. It's just not a full coverage, like, if you know what I mean. Everyone today wants, like, the painted face. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in real quick. This is just a concealer blending brush that I got from Target, just a flat top brush. What you talking about, girlfriend? Okay, so we've got our concealer on. Now let's just go ahead and set everything. So this is the Stila In the Buff Powder Spray. So I have it in illuminating. They had it in two different shades, light and deep. And I figure illuminating is going to go pretty well with the primer anyways, considering the primer is sheer illuminating. So we'll try this out. I tried it out in store and it was really interesting. You just kind of like spray it. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but it just sprays a little bit on there. I guess you just buff it into the skin like that, like with a powder puff or with a brush, and it just leaves this nice illuminating, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like super illuminating. So we're gonna try this. So I think, I don't know if I want to spray it on my face because I feel like then I'll just have patches of powder. So I'm going to spray it on my Joa powder brush. So let's see. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh wow, that feels really soft. I feel like that leaves a really nice cast too. Like, I've got it on one side and not the other. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like that really set nicely. Okay, let's get a little bit more. So what do we think, guys? I'm kind of digging this powder actually. Like, it feels really soft. It actually feels like I'm wearing nothing. It just feels like my skin is super duper soft today, which is strange. I'm I'm really not used to this. I don't know. We'll do a wear test and we'll see how it wears today, and I'll let you guys know at the end of the day how I feel about all of the new Stila products that I've tried today. Capping the Stila products up. Okay, so now I think I just want to jump into my bronzer, my Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer. And this is just my Morphe angled brush. Cover my big forehead. See? Now I'm just going to take an angled eyeliner brush and just do the bridge of my nose and under my lip. I think I called this an eyeliner brush. It's an eyeshadow brush, obviously. Okay, so now that I've got that on, I'm going to pop some highlighter on. This is nothing new, just the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. So I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild brush. This is the P77. Just dip that in there. Alright, so we've got all of that jazz on. Now I think I want to pop into the new Buxom blush, which is called the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush, and I have it in the shade Dolly. So I think I'm just going to unbox that real quick. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Dolly. And I got the shade Dolly to match the Dolly lip polish that they have. I recently picked that up as well. Ulta had that on sale for like $15 one day recently, and I was like, this is like a staple in everyone else's collection. Why do I not own this already? So I got it. And then they came out with these, and I was like, oh, how perfect. I'll get the matching shade. So I did. Okay, so I'm just going to pop right into this with my Wet n Wild blush brush. This is the P72. So just dipping right into that shade. Oh, it smells good and it's really pigmented. Look at that. Like that was just like doot doot, and it really. Okay. Let's just roll with it. We'll just be super pinky today. Oh my god. I look like a fucking doll. So this is super pigmented. This gets a thumbs up from me all the way. I really love it. It smells good. Super duper pigmented. I mean, this was like one dot and it covered both cheeks beautifully. So A+. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Get more weird with it, Whitney. You can do it. I'm going to pop on the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Dolly, which I have never actually unboxed. I got this weeks and weeks ago when it was on sale, and it's just been sitting here in a pile of a box of makeup that I've been waiting to do a YouTube video with, and I was like, oh, today I have that blush that matches it, so I'll just do that. That'll be perfect, right? Right. So that is beautiful. Loving that. Moving on. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in so we can focus on the eyes a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the brows, which nothing special. I'm just going to use the Benefit Ka-Brow in shade number 4. Benefit Ka-Brow. Anastasia brush in number 12. Really, kiddo? You're killing me, Smalls. One brow on, one to go. Okay, so now that we've got our brows on, I'm just going to go ahead and set those with the Anastasia Brow Gel. Yeah, baby. Can you guys raise your eyebrow? I can only raise the one eyebrow. Weird. Okay, so brows are done. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump into this palette. So excited. Okay, so sliding the packaging off, throwing that away because I know it's gonna be a keeper. So just opening it up. Oh, look at those shades. And the shade names are amazing. Like, I don't know if you can read this, but I thought they were really super duper cute. And then this last one is called Antichrista. So yeah, those are cute, but I'm not keeping this. That's in the way, so I will totally forget all the shade names later. So I'm just going to peel off this brand new packaging. Don't you just love it? And I'm going to grab my Urban Decay Primer Potion and pop some of this on real quick. So I've got that on, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the palette. So these shades are calling my name. So this green one right here, I have to dig into that one. Of course, this purple one up here, and then I'm thinking this one maybe as just a transition shade, and I'm really liking this shade right here. This is super glittery. I don't know if you can tell in this light. I'm trying to like get it to reflect, but super duper glittery. Let's see how they swatch. So these are the swatches. I actually did swatch Antichrista, I think is what it was called, right here. You just really can't see it. It's this shade right here. It did not show up at all. So that one is a super duper sheer color. So that's definitely a transition shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to grab my Morphe 504 right here and just swirl all into that. Get all up in there. Look at all that fallout and kickback. You guys see all that kickback? I guess that's typical. But not so bad, not so bad. I feel like I definitely had to pick a lot up to get that, but we're just gonna keep going with it. Let's jump into this purple shade and just create our outer V. Just using our Morphe stamper brush right here. I'm just gonna pick up some of that purple. My kid is in her little extra saucer, and I just looked over at her and she's just sitting there with her pacifier in her mouth just staring at me. Okay, so we've got most of our purple laid down. Now I'm going to jump into this green shade. So excited. So I think I'm just going to press that actually just right in the middle of the lid. I think I just now decided I want to do a halo look. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that stamper brush again and add purple into the inside corners. So I think I've got all the purple laid down that I want. So now I'm just going to take a clean ring finger and just press that into this green shade right here. And just press that into the center of the lid. Oh my god. So I really like that. What do you guys think? I'm really living for that right now. So now I'm going to jump back into that purple and just define everything a little bit more. Make it pop. Yes, honey, yes. Okay, so now I think I'm going to take that purple and just drag it down on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to do that using my small shadow brush from Target. So what do we think? Let's add a little bit of mascara. So I'm just going to use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. At this point, I'm just trying to use it up. I've had it forever and I'm like, I want to move on to my Kush mascara so I can throw this away. Because by the time I remember it, after I stop using the Kush mascara, this will be all dried up and crusty. And I'm like super cheap. I'll just go ahead and say that. Like, I'm bougie as fuck when it comes to my products. Like, I want the good shit, but like once I have them, I'm like, okay, I spent this money on it, I'm going to use it. So I just want to use it instead of just letting it go to waste. You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've never actually tried the Buxom plumping lip polishes, and I'm really loving it. Like, I can feel it tingling, like I can feel it working. My lips actually look pretty nice and juicy, and normally they just look like little worm lips. Like, if you've seen Game of Thrones, like little Joffrey's lips, little worm lips. Yeah, that's me. So yeah, feel bad for me. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop a little bit of the Benefit Highbrow Glow on. You guys are familiar with this. Highbrow Glow. Okay, and now I'm going to drop into the Ofra Cosmetics Glazed Donut Highlighter, and I'm just going to pop that right in the inner corner just with my little pinky finger. So just boop. So now I just want to set this, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe setting spray, which is brand new to me, so this is an experience. I've heard so many good things about it. Wow. I love that mist. That is amazing. This is amazing. Like, if this actually makes everything last throughout the day, this just might be a game changer for me. It might be. So now I just want to go ahead and pop on some lashes, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so lashes on. What do we think about this eye look? Is it cute? Is it too much? Is it weird? Do I look like the Joker from Batman? Tell me what you guys think. I kind of like it. I'm kind of living for it. I feel like it's really different. It's really colorful. It's really me. So I'm living for it. So I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so that is the finished look with all the products that I used today. It was mostly new stuff, so I'll give a review at the end of the night. Like, when I get off work, I'll let you guys know how everything is worn and how it performed throughout the night. So I'll give you guys a check-in later. So I will see you then. Alright guys, so this is my check-in. It is now 9:26 p.m. Pacific time. So I have officially had this foundation on for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 hours. So that's a pretty good wear test. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys up close everything. So the eyeshadow still looks good, I think. I feel like the foundation still looks pretty good. It held up very well, I feel like. Especially for a sheer to medium coverage, I felt like it held up pretty well. and I feel like a lot of it had to do with the powder that I put on and then the Morphe setting spray. So I really like those two items. Those were definite winners for me. So all in all, I feel like the Stila Skin Soufflé Lingerie, it's a Stila Soufflé foundation. So I give it a thumbs up. It's pretty good if you like a sheer to medium coverage. It stayed on all day. It gave me a pretty good base. And I even liked the primer and powder that went with it. So all in all, that was a win. And it's got cute packaging too. So I mean, how could you not? So Stila, thumbs up, way to go. So that is pretty much my video since we've done the wear test and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I totally appreciate it. If you really liked it and want to see more of moi, go ahead and subscribe. I try and upload at least 5 times a week. I've been a little spaced out lately because I'm learning how to edit my own videos, so I'm getting there. It's a process, but I'm getting there. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So hopefully you'll be seeing more of me and I'll be seeing more of you. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. All right, love you guys. Peace out.